All right, now to the part that I'm kind of dreading. The toilet. So let's go ahead and remove the toilet and I'll show you how to do that. All right, first thing to do, shut the water off. Give it a flush to empty out the tank back here as much as possible. And this might be as empty as it gets, but another way to do that is shut off the water and dump a bunch of water into it. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna kind of create a vacuum by overwhelming the toilet. So here we go. All right, it is a little bit lower, not too much. So whichever way you wanna do it, go for it. Next, take off these caps and unbolt the toilet. Then you're gonna detach the water supply line from the toilet. Make sure to have a bucket nearby. And some towels. Then, depending on your situation, you may need to cut the caulk line around the toilet. With the toilet loose, we can just lift it up and set it aside. In my case, I've got some cardboard laid down in the bathtub, and I'm just gonna lift this and set it in the tub for right now. That's freaking heavy. All right, this looks pretty good, but we're still gonna replace it. We're gonna scrape off this caulk. Looks like I cut into the laminate floor a little bit when I was trying to cut the caulk, but that's all right. Let's take this off. Actually, I'll do it a little wider than the toilet, just so it sits even. This definitely is not a typical step, but since mine was coming up already, I'm just gonna cut it back a bit. Even though this wax ring looks pretty good, I'm gonna pull it up and replace it with a new one. Wow, that was easy. So one thing that you're gonna wanna double check is that your flange is at the same height or a little bit above your new flooring. And in my case, it is flush with it, so I kind of lucked out there. If not, you would have to take this flange off, raise it up a little bit by putting like some 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch plywood under it, or maybe there's another solution, but then bolt it back down so that it's flush or just a little bit above your new flooring. That way, when you put the new wax ring on and you put the toilet down on it and it squishes, there's not going to be any voids between the flange and the wax ring and the toilet, and you're not going to have any leaking around here. Otherwise, you put the flange on, the wax ring, and your toilet on, and if your floor around the flange and the wax ring is sitting higher, there's the likelihood that your toilet isn't gonna fully seat down on the wax ring, and then it's gonna create a void and you're gonna get some leaks. So just remember, flange and the new flooring should be at least even, if not the flange a little bit higher than the new flooring. All right, so I picked up a new wax ring. Just spend the money on a little bit more expensive one. It's only a few bucks more, and I think it'll be better in the long run. So we'll open this up. So we got some new bolts right there, and then what you're gonna do is kind of break off these sides here. Okay. And just take off that whole casing right there. This is gonna sit like this. Then you're gonna take your bolts. It's kind of like an oblong end. All right, that was a little challenge, but we got her in there. Put your bolt in there. Problem is I have this flooring here. I probably should have just put these bolts in before I snap the flooring in place, but we'll get it. Just kind of lift up on the floor a little bit. So the plastic washer is gonna just kind of be like a second set of hands when you're setting the toilet on. So slide that all the way down to the bottom, and it's just gonna kind of hold that bolt upright. All right, now it's time to set the toilet on top. Slide the seam to the back. Bolts. Sit down. See if it's looking kind of straight. All right, pretty happy with that. Just gonna sit on it, let it really sink into that wax ring. I think we're gonna be all right. Then take your washer and nut, put those on the bolt. Thread the nut down. We'll tighten it up a little bit. And then also, you'll probably have to cut this bolt down a little bit to get the cap back on. I don't know, seems like there should be a better way. In order for the cap to snap to something, I need that something in there. So this piece just kind of goes on first. Then take your washer and your nut. Now this should snap in place. There we go. Reconnect your supply line. All right, and I know I've got the supply line hooked up. I don't have the water turned on quite yet because I just want to dump some water in here just to make sure nothing's leaking out the bottom. We're all right. Let's give it a minute. All right, I think we are good. I don't see any water coming out the bottom, so that's a good sign. The last thing to do is put a bead of silicone around this bottom edge just to make it look all nice and good, and that's a wrap. All right, for the silicone caulk around the bottom of the toilet, I'm just gonna be using this. This is 100% silicone. Just put a bead of it around the bottom and you should be good. And I'm gonna start near the back of the toilet so I can put the seam there if there is a seam. And hopefully I can do this in just about one swipe, just working my way all the way around in one continuous motion. I've got a little bit of an angle cut on here, and I'm just going to guide that along the bottom. And again, hopefully it'll be a nice bead of caulk around the bottom. I guess we'll find out. And don't worry if you don't get this as nice as you would have liked, you can fix that. So pick up a set of these, I think they're called cake fondant tools. They've got different size balls on the end of these sticks, and you just run it along the base of here, and it's gonna create a really nice contour and give it a really professional look. And if there's extra that kind of squeezes out as you're running it along, for instance like back here, don't worry, just let it dry and you can peel that outside line up really easily, and you're gonna be left with a really nice finish. So let's go ahead and do that. Just press it down firmly, run it along the outside. If there is too much that kind of builds up, swipe it off and just wipe it on a paper towel. And just go back to it. My 3-year-old son did this side and it actually turned out really nice. Good job, buddy. If you're gonna have extra, you actually want to leave a decent sized line just so that it kind of connects to itself and you can pull it up with one pull, basically. And there we go. We'll just let this dry. It takes about 30 minutes roughly, and then we can peel back the extra. And the reason that I picked up this smaller tube of silicone caulk instead of like the standard tube of caulk that would fit in the caulk gun is because it's difficult kind of maneuvering that big caulk gun around the toilet here. You're just gonna end up banging it into everything. It's gonna be hard to apply it, so save yourself the headache, just pick up the small tube of silicone caulk.